Boxing is one of the most thrilling and respected sports in the world, but beneath the surface, it carries a dark side that many don't talk about. While it offers discipline, glory, and financial opportunities, the sport also comes with harsh realities that fighters must face. Here's an in depth look at both the truth and the darker side of boxing that every aspiring fighter and fan should know. To compete as a boxer, you must love the sport and dedicate your whole life to boxing. So that means most boxers work a full time job. All you do is train, eat, work a 9 to 5 to survive, sleep, and repeat. That's all you do. You have no time for nothing else. It takes time, patience, hunger, hard work, dedication, fight IQ, and skills. All your skill time is dedicated to boxing alone. And that's if you want to be a great boxer. And you better be good, or you'll get hurt in there. Boxing is no joke. That being said, boxing is all you know and have. When you start out as an amateur, you won't receive no pay, just an opponent who's trying to knock you out. When you start out as a pro, you'll receive low pay per fight. You'll have to build your name to receive any money. And not only that, you have to keep winning, and winning in spectacular fashion, or no one will care to watch you. The promoters only care for the money, and some promoters take advantage of fighters by making them sign bad contracts. Plus, the fans aren't loyal. They can switch up on you and or just move on to the next fighter. Only a couple of real fight fans will care. One moment you can become the champion and on top, and next moment you lose your belt, and now you're just another boxer amongst the rest. Some champions are even forgotten. You have to understand that. It's the truth. You have to always provide some type of value to both the fans and promoters to make good money in competition. The business of boxing is ruthless. Promoters, managers, and organizations prioritize profit over fighter health, often exploiting boxers for financial gain. Fighters are only valuable when they're winning. The moment a fighter starts losing or their career slows down, many promoters cut ties and move on to the next rising star. Many young fighters sign contracts without understanding them, leading to promoters and managers taking massive cuts of their earnings. Despite making millions, poor financial management, exploitation, and medical bills leave many boxers financially ruined after retirement. Boxing is a business first, and if a fighter isn't careful, they'll be left with nothing once their prime years are over. Unlike most sports, every fight in boxing carries real life or death consequences. Over the years, several fighters have died from injuries sustained in the ring. The brutal reality is that not everyone walks away from a fight alive. Many fighters suffer strokes, paralysis, or severe brain trauma that alters their ability to live a normal life after boxing. Extreme weight cuts, fighting through injuries, and taking unnecessary punishment for the sake of a payday are common in boxing. Boxing isn't just a sport, it's a battle for survival every time a fighter steps into the ring. Boxers have to pay for training gear, coaching and gym memberships, medical injuries from training and fighting, lawyers to read contracts, and more. For most fighters, life after boxing is just as tough, if not tougher, than their fighting career. Many boxers retire without a financial safety net, struggling to maintain their lifestyle once the paychecks stop coming. Depression, anxiety, and PTSD are common in retired fighters who have spent their lives in combat. Unlike other sports, boxing doesn't have a structured retirement plan. They are often left with no clear path after boxing. Unless a fighter transitions into coaching, commentary, business, or getting involved in something else you have a passion for. Otherwise, you'll be forced to work a 9 to 5 that you don't like for the rest of your life. Boxing doesn't guarantee long-term success. Even world champions can end up broke and forgotten if they don't plan wisely. Boxing is not just a sport, it's a war on the body. The constant impact of punches leads to repeated blows to the head, increase the risk of long-term brain injuries, memory loss, depression, and even early-onset dementia. Many legends of the sport suffered from neurological issues later in life. The hands, wrists, and ribs take severe damage over time. Fighters often battle through broken hands, torn ligaments, and stress fractures. Liver shots, kidney shots, and repeated body punches can cause long-term organ damage that many fighters don't realize until later in life. Boxing is an unforgiving sport, and even the toughest fighters don't leave the ring the same way they entered it. You'll have to deal with mental challenges such as anxiety of getting knocked out, failing, losing, getting embarrassed, not meeting expectations of other people, depression from losing a fight, fatigue from training so much, and understanding that there's no guarantee that you'll make it as a boxer. You got coaches out there that don't even care for their students and only see them as a business. Some coaches don't even protect their fighters. Whether they know how to or choose not to, some will send their fighter out there against a way more experienced and skilled fighter, just to get experience. And that's not the way to go. Boxing is notorious for corruption, shady decisions, and unfair matchmaking, making it one of the most politically influenced sports in the world. Controversial decisions are common in boxing, often favoring the more marketable fighter instead of the deserving winner. Many fights have ended in questionable decisions that fans and experts strongly disagree with. Fighters with powerful promoters often avoid risky opponents to protect their records and keep the money flowing. This is why some top-ranked fighters never face each other in their prime. Boxing has multiple organizations that all have their own champions, leading to confusion and favoritism when ranking fighters. Boxing is often controlled by politics, and talent alone isn't enough to get to the top. You need the right backing, promotion, and opportunities. Some fighters cheat by using steroids and drugs to get an advantage. Some boxers secretly took out the padding out from their gloves to inflict more damage. Some promoters steal money, don't even pay fighters their full cut. Bribery is another one. Bribery mostly happens when it's a big fight, where they pay people to use cheating tactics, paid judges, paid ratings and rankings, or paying off fighters to lose. In this situation, it's usually who you know that determines your success. Some fighters are destined to lose based on how everything is set up, just like life itself is set up. They do sneaky stuff like telling you that you have to fight fighter A, but then last minute fighter A pulls out, now you have to fight fighter B, and fighter B has been training for you the whole time, and it was all planned. Despite its dark side, boxing remains one of the most respected and beloved sports in the world. It teaches discipline, resilience, and provides opportunities that many fighters would never have otherwise. However, every fighter must understand the harsh realities before stepping into the ring. Boxing can make you a legend, but it can also destroy you. The ring gives and takes. Only the smartest and most disciplined fighters succeed in the long run. If you want to box, train hard, but always protect your body, mind, and finances. Would you ever step into the ring knowing these risks? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more boxing content.